Ahoy! Welcome to another edition from the Zlín Film Festival bubble. Today we've got double bubble trouble because we have two distinguished guests here with us in the studio, both coming from Germany with a wonderful film that they took to the festival. The film is called The Secret Floor. And the guests are called Silas, main actor of the film, and Norbert Lechner, director of the film. And I think Norbert is the right person to tell us in 3 sentences what the film is all about.
Yes, The Secret Floor is a film about a 12-year-old boy who travels in time, and he travels into the year 1938, and he learns a lot about this terrible time when the Nazis had been power in Germany and in Europe, and it's a film about to tell children about this time today.
And the way he travels in time is through an elevator. And it would be so nice if you could now tell the story like, yes, I once got stuck in an elevator and then that's when I got the idea for the story. But it didn't happen like that.
No, I think it was not my idea. It was the idea of my script writers. And their idea, I think, was if you just open a door and then you are in another time. This was the first idea.
And I think it was very interesting, the particular moment that you chose, because it's not during the World War. It's not becoming a war movie. It's right before the war starts, so you can see what leads the people or what leads the country towards this horrible event. So it was more interesting to tell us that than to tell us a war story.
Yeah, for us it was much more interesting how this terrible wars and these terrible things which the Nazi did later, how the development was there and how people are going along with this, that this could happen afterwards.
Yeah, it helps you to understand why all these people who are very angry with the world and with their lives, they put their trust in the Nazis to make things better. Huh? That's what we feel. How was it for you, Silas, to go back to that particular era in time? Did you know? Did you know beforehand what was going on in 1938?
Yes. I did know, and it was very emotional. And I think young kids like me have to know that this event shouldn't exist in the future.
One scene that I could feel it the most, surprisingly enough, maybe, and the moment I saw it, I really wanted to know how it was to record it, is when they sing the song. There is a hotel bar where the Nazi people there decide to sing a song, and it felt so real to me. How was it to be in that room when that scene was recorded?
That was really strong for me. It was really weird. Like it was for me, as I directed all this, but it was really like a time travel in this moment. It was so emotional. Wow, very strong.
It's still difficult to talk about it.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because it's also the scene that had the biggest impact on me. You can hear them talking about the war and whatever, but the moment they stood up and it also sounds so familiar. Still, people do that nowadays, and they sing songs and they.
And for me in the scene, it was important. The Nazi started to talk to the piano player, and then this more and more people come along with hands up and all this movement of it was what for me important to tell it in this way. But then when I saw it and I was a bit anxious if everything will work, and then when I saw it.
Could you feel it, Silas, that something was going on at that moment?
Yes. When I was in the room and I saw this, and then I remembered, wow, this isn't just a movie. This happened in real life. And
And it's also a bit tragic, I think, that when the kids have conversations, for some moments they suggest that once the war will be over, that in our times nowadays there's more justice, because the girl says, yeah, I don't know to whom I can complain about the Jew situation, and then Karli will say, yeah, but in our times you can make an official complaint, and then there's Strasbourg and there's Den Haag and whatever. But then at the same time, I don't think the world has grown more fair. There's still injustice wherever you look on the map of the world.
Yeah.
So, is that a part of the message in this of the story?
yes,
In a way, yes. In a way, yes, because when I prepared the film, I always thought about how is happening today and what is about happening with the fugitives today and all this. And so it was all the time in the background, even in the development of the script, because I worked very, very close with the two script writers, two great scriptwriters, Antonia Rothe-Liermann and Katrin Milhan, and we all the time talked about this subject, and and we always thought it's so actual, so it's and so important to tell now the story.
Silas, let's talk about something more fun, maybe, like the idea of time traveling. You are the only one in the room who ever did real time traveling. You were there in the elevator and you ended up in 1938, and then you came out of the elevator wearing the same type of clothes that you're wearing today, but your hair was different. They colored your hair for the film?
yes.
Why did they do that?
I think Karli had brown hair, and also that the Nazi boys had blonde hair, and you need this difference between them.
Well, you were anyway the coolest kid in the entire hotel, so that's and about the clothes and the that you were wearing.
Yeah, at first I was chill, cool boy, and then Hannah said to me, "You can't wear that because people dress more."
Yeah, they think you're crazy when
Yes,
you walk
yes.
around in your 2024
Yes.
type of clothes. And you also have this challenge that you have to explain to kids from 1938 what a mobile phone is.
People back then, they couldn't imagine this would be in the future.
But one thing you kept throughout the entire film was the shoes.
Yes.
You
the
put
shoes.
on a 1938 costume, but you kept wearing your shoes.
Yes. The shoes were the best part of my clothes.
Well, the same can be said about this interview, because the best part of this interview is a question about shoes, because we are in Zlín, and you know Zlín is the world capital of shoes. You didn't know?
No.
There used to be, well, we will explain to you afterwards that there was a huge shoe factory, and the entire glorious empire of Zlín was built upon the Bata shoe factory. So now that you're here, I want you to put your feet on the table and show us the shoes that you're wearing. And I will ask Norbert to do the same afterwards. Let's do Silas first, and tell us what's special about these shoes.
I bought them new, and I think they look very futuristic.
Yeah, they do.
I like them. They're from Nike. Yes.
Okay, you'll get a fee to mention the brand. That's cool. Let's ask Norbert as well about the shoes.
I would like to tell a little bit about how the shooting with the shoeshine boy.
Okay, but we only have short time, but you can do it.
Because we had, you have to learn this, that it looks professional. So I took with him together.
So we have to explain first that in the film, there's one of the characters is a shoeshine boy who's in the hotel shining the shoes of the guests, yeah?
Yeah, and I have, with him, I made a shoeshine course one day. That he learns shoe shining.
Okay, so you know how to do it, which means that I think we can invite everyone in the studio afterwards to meet Norbert. He might be the one polishing your shoes, and I hope we'll all go home with brand new shiny shoes. Thanks for that, Norbert. Thank you for being with us in the film festival, in the Zlín Film Festival bubble, and we hope to welcome you here again for more bubbling guests. Ciao.